Hey y'all, Chris here, aka Rufo Tris, the Rooted Rockhound. And for those who are new to my channel, I actually came up with that name and this whole rockhounding thing on my channel because during COVID and everything, I was getting, like everyone, kind of stuck indoors and back into just gaming too much. And I was posting a little bit of games here and there online, like EVE Online and stuff. But it just, it's not what I wanted to be doing. I wanted to be back out in nature. So rooted is, getting myself rooted back in nature and getting out there. So anyway, if you're new to my channel, that's what that's all about. Point of telling you that today is this video has nothing to do with rockhounding or gaming. A little bit of rockhounding at the end, but this video is actually going to be in Pompeii because I got to go to Italy this summer and had a nice little vacation there. It was awesome, and I spent a day in Pompeii. So we're going to have a 79-minute video today because Pompeii, as many know, was lost to us in 79 AD when Mount Vesuvius erupted. And no, there's not going to be a bunch of history in this. It's just going to be a bunch of sights to see as I take you all around Pompeii. So anyway, enjoy. Oh, and did I mention it's in 4K? So yeah, anyway, let's get to it. All right, we're here at Pompeii. Just got through the crowd of lines. And right away, we have a spot where I had to voice over because there was people just yelling here so loudly. And there was a guy just screaming to his group in Italian about what this all was. From my understanding, though, this area was kind of a mix training ground / prison. All those little doors you see around the outside were little prison cells, and then this was the training grounds where the prisoner gladiators would battle here. And when we're talking about all this, remember, I'm not talking about Rome and the Colosseum there. Pompeii actually had the first Colosseum, and we'll see that in a little bit here. But right here, they had pottery in the old prison cells. So this is all the recovered pottery from around Pompeii was in all these cells. And unfortunately, we couldn't go in and see them, but there will be some around here and there. You can see on the pillars how they would layer. It's basically like stucco instead of solid marble pillars like some places had. They had the stone and then they covered it in stucco, which has been chipped away over a lot of time. It's pretty cool. The intricate work that still remains on the top of some of these pillars. That's pretty cool. All right, we're gonna leave the training grounds here and get exploring some more areas. So this first small amphitheater is where the rich people came. This is like the politicians and such would come for the much nicer small plays here. Looks like we've got the bigger one here. So this is the larger theater. This is where all the commoners came. The larger commoner theater. All right, so yeah, that's the theater. And we're gonna walk up through this, get in there, and go check it out. Oh man, everything was so small. My head's about to hit up here. People were a lot shorter back then. So this would sit about 2,000 people could actually fit here. And you can see parts that collapsed. But there's even more seats up there behind those railings. And people just get packed in like sardines. You could fit 2,000 people in here to come watch a show. It's amazing. Very crazy. So the government officials had their names engraved in their seats here, so no one could steal their seat. They're doing the clapping thing. If you stand right in the middle, you get those perfect acoustics. Trying to record as much of this in 4K as I can for y'all. There's the training grounds behind the amphitheater. And here's right behind the amphitheater. Lots of other cool ruins. I'm so excited to finally be in Pompeii, y'all. I've wanted to see this forever. Hot though, it is real hot. I gotta bring my fan with me because it's a warm one. So we're walking down. Not sure what all this was, maybe some common areas stuff. This wall is the same height as my head about, and people were so much shorter, I bet they couldn't see over this wall at all, but I can peep. Some of the doors are so crazy small, it's insane, because people were just so short. Wow, this Cobblestone Road is interesting. I could not imagine trying to get a cart across this in any way. Alright, we're going up this way. Alright, we're walking down. We just walked from right there. That's that cobblestone path I just showed you all. Let's go take a little peek in here. What's this? Empty room. Lots of awesome ruins. Man, this is so cool. I can't believe I'm actually finally walking in Pompeii. So awesome. So very awesome. Got the street names on the marble there. It's pretty packed here. Let's keep on keeping on. Whoops, got the girlfriend on camera. She's gonna kill me. Check this out. All right. Got some very preserved original paintings on the wall. The tile floor. And this is the entrance to House of Cryptoporticus. So if you'd like to pause, you can go ahead and read that here. Because I'm gonna be moving a little fast for this one. And not quite enough time to stop and read it all for you so that we can keep up with the group. Check this out. Wow. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Very, very cool. Oh wow, I missed this. Look at this on the ceiling. The whole ceiling was covered in this, and this is what remains. Wow. Some original tiles still on the ceiling. That is so very cool. So here I muted it because we started talking about something, but basically, yeah, this whole thing is just one massive mansion, which even for today's standards, this is a pretty large home. I just can't imagine having a home so large back then. So we didn't see any signs, but we had been debating whether these were used for oil or wine, possibly both. Don't know, but there's some cool original pottery. Just came through that doorway. There's more of that tile on the ceiling, and the wine jugs are over on the other side here, but check this out. Wow. Check it out. Check out the tile floor here. That is super cool.
And usually they have like representations of things they wanted to talk about. Like that could possibly be a scene from like a theater or something like that.
So we're up on the second floor now of this home. Ooh, is that a little oven? I wonder if that's an oven and this is the dining area. I don't see a plaque for this room, but I wonder.
That's why they're so fun. Wasn't buried in this much.
Qua di solito nelle camere quando la cima notte tipo tengono accesi. Comunque bastano 10 minuti.
Ooh, check that out. Very cool. That's down where we just were. So our tour guide, my lovely mother-in-law, has just informed us this is the water collection. There would be a roof here that would allow the water to come down and collect here for the house. I don't think we're gonna be able to see, but that looks like it goes down to the next story. Oh, I really don't want to drop my phone down there, huh? Alright, we're stepping back out into a very busy area. We're leaving the Casa Del Frutato. And this is the main street. Oh, I wonder if that was like the medical office. I don't know, but something tells me that's like the staff of the medical saint or something, right? I don't know. I do not know. So, the streets didn't have, there wasn't sewage drainage. So when you see the raised rocks on the path like that, so when the water and stuff was flowing down the streets, you could actually hop across the stones to not get wet and not get in the water and or sewage, which is what we see right up here on the sidewalk. We get to do avoid the sewage. Get some of that Pompeii water. Gonna live forever now. So this is where they would, hard to see through the glass here, but they ferment this. Ah, si, grazie. Haha, yeah, see, she pointed me over here. Look at this, you can really see through this side. It would ferment stuff, it would be out in the open sun here and ferment, and just pungent smell would fill the streets. Looks like we passed a couple houses there. We'll go take a little peek inside a couple of these houses before I catch back up with my group. There's a lot more than we were able to see in a day. We're gonna spend about 4 hours here, but I tell you what, it is a huge city. There's a lot to see. We're definitely not gonna make it to check all of it out, but I will show y'all as much as I can. And I'll be recording the whole time, but also enjoying myself and getting to, experience it as well. But I'm gonna share everything I can with y'all. Make this a nice long video in Pompeii. See some more of their fermentation pots here. Some stuff they seem to still be excavating and renovating here. There's a street going down that way. Another one of the water collection spots, I think. That's what we were told those are. Very, very cool. So we've got a restaurant here. That's pretty cool. So I made the mistake of not reading this plaque here while I was there, just because there was a lot of people. I was like, oh, I'll check it out later, and I thought it was talking about the fermentation pots. It was actually talking about that little image you could see on the left, how it was a way to check for, I guess, like counterfeit coins possibly, but it had a bunch of holes, the different sizes of the different coins. Nowhere here in the video can you see that, though. I'm sorry. Very cool.
This is the one I was telling you is, I think, from Iran. So these are all of the waste pieces. So the floors would be like beautifully tiled in the homes and things like that, and they would be the nice big pieces. These would all be the waste that was left over, and then they would use them to tile. But can you believe how preserved they are?
Yeah, that's pretty dang cool.
Esatto, questi sono marmi colorati e riposizionati naturalmente nel bancone da vendita, e qua c'era sicuramente un affresco sopra quest'altro zoccolo di marmo. E come abbiamo visto anche in quell'altro bancone in vendita, ci sono incassate delle giare di terracotta. Potete avvicinarvi.
Keep on keeping on here. Check that out. Beautiful. Casa Del Frutato. Looks like we've got another plaque here we can read. Hard to catch that one, but let's see if this one here is the same.
This one, this green stone. It's pretty.
Porphyry? No, oh, I'm escaping my brain right now. Oh, check this agate out. Look at the agate. It's like a crazy lace. Oh, that's amazing. Ooh. Some more paintings and such on the walls here and there. I hope y'all are loving this. I do have to apologize. I didn't know my family would not want to be recorded at all. So, little hit and miss on parts that I'm recording. I'm jumping around. I might be voicing over some parts and whatnot, but you know, I'm gonna respect that. They didn't want to be recorded and be on the YouTube.
We know his name because he was a candidate to the elections. His name is written over there. It's written that he is a candidate to the election
They have political posters up on the wall all over. Oh, hey, is that a dog? Painting of a dog up on the wall there. There's just so much to see. What's crazy is how many awesome agates and marble and all sorts of stuff is just all over the walls, the kitchens, the countertops. Such amazing quality agate and marble, some great stone. Looks like a bunch of pumice here. Big old pile of pumice. Lost my group. Gotta go back and find the lady and my mother-in-law. There they are. I see them. These cobblestones have got me tripping up. The road is very, very uneven. Look at this. One of the aquifers there. I like how they still have some of them running and you can fill up your water. And I can say I filled up my water bottle with water from Pompeii. Let's stop right here. What is this? Oh, I like the design. Look at this. They made it diamonds by putting the little squares on their side. Gave it a really pretty diamond structure as opposed to all these walls that are just kind of random stone and mortar. That's pretty cool.
Where do you think that fruit tree is?
Oh, there's something growing on it for sure.
Some sort of fruit tree. Huh. Let's see what's up in here.
Ohne fette Sauna, wo ich dann abends rausgehe, auf die Dachterrasse von der Sauna.
These little statues are like little recreations of the busts and statues they had. Look how beautiful this is. Imagine the vines and stuff hanging like that all over the whole thing at one point in time, probably. Beautiful covered walkway, most likely. Nice tour through the garden. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, it's probably a big statue.
At some point there's a statue and a fountain here. Grapes. I want to eat a Pompeii grape. You should eat one. Do it.
They don't feel right.
No, the green ones are ripe.
I don't think those are ripe either.
More ripe.
Anyway, what it was there were bones of people. Remember these are burns, it's hot ash, but they were just, they fell in the places, you know, where they died. And as they were excavating, they realized that there were all of these bones. And so what they began doing is injecting plaster before they would fully excavate and remove the bones. So the encasement of the plaster was part of what occurred during the excavation. So really all that was left were bones. But that plastic does capture the faces of the people.
Let's jump ahead up there and check that spot out, yeah? I do apologize. I'm recording in 4K and I'm sure it's gonna fill my phone up the rest of the way fast because I'm at like 400 out of my 500 gigabytes, but also it is making my phone crazy hot because it is hot out here today. It is a warm one. So I'm gonna record as much as possible, but hopefully my phone doesn't overheat.
And in Italy.
The first Colosseum in Italy.
Huh. This was really all part of Greater Rome. In AD 59, there was a huge fight here. It broke out, and just like they have in soccer matches today, there was a big riot. And so the municipal government closed it down for 10 years. But it did reopen earlier, I think only for 2 years, because people, of course, are very angry about not having their Colosseum. How do they So they found writings of people, so
there's the volcano. There's Mount Vesuvius. And we're gonna go check out inside here. Go have a little peek inside the Colosseum, at least in the entrance if we can. Heading down, walking into the Colosseum. Wow. Gotta get a couple pictures here real quick. But check that out. That was the Colosseum. Standing in the battlegrounds. Inside the Colosseum now. This is the first Colosseum built in Italy. This came before the Roman Colosseum. We're still here at Pompeii. Checking this out. You can see where the steps were, but it's all taken back over by nature, which is just one of my favorite things. Nature taking over old ruins and stuff. It's one of my favorite sights to see and behold. Oh my. I don't even understand standing right here. It's a little emotional. I'm beyond excited. I'm a little teary-eyed, I'm not even kidding, y'all.
Oh, they're pomegranates.
A pomegranate tree. Apple, look, apple tree. I am taller than this doorway. That's funny. About the exact same height.
After the tub on the left there was the office, but imagine all the houses with this same system. Door, tub, office. All around the different rooms, like also here. The rooms were very small, named cubicola. Cubicola means small.
That's the water collection she was just talking about.
Because it was very easy to keep water during the winter time. And this area here is the private area, so there are bedrooms, there are dining rooms. Basically, we have 2 dining rooms, one for the winter time, another for the summer time. For example, here, you can see
I don't know if y'all caught that from the other tour group we're by, but she said there's 2 dining rooms in the houses, one for the winter, one for the summer. A warmer and a colder dining room. Here's another plaque if you want to pause and read it. Summertime dining room with running water going through it. She was saying water would come down there and run across the sides and sit here and eat in your water-cooled dining room. It's pretty cool. All that original marble still in there. Wow. Even the gutters are made with like scrap tile and stuff. Drainage. So, like a lot of the other parts, just like the pillars, you can see the original wall, and then they had like a layer of stucco over it that they painted. A lot of that was lost, both from the volcano and from excavating it. A lot of damage was done. Huh. Water pot. And we're back on the main street. All right, we're gonna try and go see the Park of the Fugitive, which is where we shall see the famous bodies that y'all have been waiting this whole video to see. I know a bunch of you want to see it. I want to see it. can't zoom in that far on 4K, so turn it down to HD and see if we can get a good shot of that there. Whole mural in there. All right, keep on keeping on. Here's this here's obviously a recreation / restoration of a mill, and that would be how they ground their grains. Check that out. 2 big stone wheels, people standing on either side walking around it, mashing the grain. That's pretty cool. Got some pottery over there we'll go check out. So take a look at that. Sorry for the random weird angles. I'm trying not to record people so much, especially random people. Probably don't want to be recorded on some random dude's YouTube, right? Check that out. Some original pots. Very cool. Alright, just walked out of that door out of the house and into this awesome courtyard. Looks like here we're growing the grapes. Alright. Next stop should be the Park of the Fugitive, where we'll see the bodies. See y'all there. Yeah, so to tell you the truth, I actually expected walking around Pompeii that we're gonna just see the bodies everywhere, because that's how they make it seem on every documentary you see, all the pictures you see online. But in reality, we walked around a lot of Pompeii today in the last couple hours, and we haven't seen one single preserved body yet. Crazy, right? But we're about to get there in just a moment. But first, check this out on our way over there. Here's some more large pots and ruins. And this is the way we're walking down to hopefully get to the right place to see the bodies.
That became very, very heavy, and it pulled up because I think it's definitely 600. Pyroclastic flow, read about that.
Yeah. I love the word.
So it's all in this glass case and a little hard to see from that angle, but let's get over here. Oh, here we go. There we are. So I had read it could take as long as 8 seconds for the pyroclastic flow to encase people, which sounds horrible, but luckily the shock would have been so intense you would have felt nothing. It would have just been instant shock, but still, what a bad way to go. Anyway, that's pretty much it as far as the bodies at Pompeii. There's a lot of pictures you see around online from their original location they were found in, and then I believe they were moved and put into that case. I don't think the case was originally there. I don't know. I heard so many different things from so many different people while we were there. Okay, got these behind some glass to protect them, but there's still some visible writings on the walls. That's very cool. Let's see what's in here. So much marble and stuff everywhere, and I was always under the conception. No, I'm tired and hungry. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I was always told and thought that everything here was just marble. I didn't realize how much agate was actually present. It's more than just marble. There's all sorts of different minerals up here. We saw some that looked like some sort of onyx even, but I don't think that would last as long. But all sorts of marble, agate, onyx, and just beautiful stones. Even some we just thought looked like some sort of serpentine. But here we see more examples of those stones all over the streets. I haven't filmed those as much, but you can just see how the sewage ran through. Water and sewage ran along the street, and if you needed to, you could jump up and cross the street on those stones just so that you didn't have to walk in the nasty street water. So interesting. I love how much color and stuff you can see still preserved on the walls. That's just amazing. Try and cut all the people out here. Casa del Manandro.
Ci stava lei prima. Degli scherzi in fuori.
Io ci sono due persone.
Vieni.
Just like the other houses, the water would come down through the roof into there. Stairs going upstairs there. Get up to the second level. Crazy. The preservation on this stuff is insane.
Siete in due, eh? Sì, a voi, sei da solo. A tirar cosas encima del caballo. El caballo estaba haciendo un ruido muy particular. Por eso los soldados le fueron casi listos para que se descubierto. Y aquí, ¿qué lleva? Zeus, ¿qué manda? Un castigo. Manda serpientes al cuello de Laocoonte y los hijos. La serpiente así es. Laocoonte muere. Y usted conocen cómo termina la historia. Troya será destruida.
The columns, wow. I love how they've got it partially restored. Can you imagine how beautiful this all was when it was just covered, fully painted? It would have been so amazing. Alright, let's go over to this plaque and get a little picture for y'all. Like most things in Pompeii, this house was named for the things found in it because we didn't know who actually lived in the houses, though they believed this one was an aristocrat involved in politics. It was named after the artist, though, whose work was found throughout the house. So for the next few minutes, all the clips you're going to see are all from this one very large mansion, which is one of the wealthiest places in all of Pompeii. So anyway, enjoy and check out the artwork and just how much color has actually remained after 2,000 years. It's, wow, it's just insane. Beautiful. Family photo.
So he wanted to surprise the owners, you know, like today we have a big sofa, big TV, you know, to be with our guests. the same thing. So here, this was like a library. It was a library. It's a symbol of culture, no books. Perhaps he didn't read books when he just had. Oh, there is another example of a mosaic here. It's destroyed, I know. But look at the tree.
Для того, чтобы ответить на этот вопрос, насколько сложно иногда в истории складывать вот эти пазлы. Потому что здесь присутствуют также и дети. Поэтому точно не знаю. Но все-таки
So next door.
So yeah, he said these were actually thieves that were stealing stuff from Pompeii, and the ceiling collapsed and actually killed them.
That's what their bread looked like.
Oh yeah, it's the fossilized bread.
And there
Heard a
were,
lot
they
about
did
that.
find a lot of bread, like 8,000 loaves or something of
Right.
fossilized bread.
These must be original pieces.
Yeah, these are pieces that were found. I'm wondering if that's one of the fossilized breads.
Yeah, I think so.
Because they were round and they had these kind of feather particles.
We had no idea what these are, and honestly still no idea if the other thing was actually bread. The one I looked up online looked like neither of these, so who knows? So that's one we were just in, is Casa del Menandro. And that's where the thieves got buried. Corneliavia. What do we think this says? Corneliavia. Corneliavium. There are a lot of off-limits areas that you have to have a certain tour to get into, unfortunately. And you can see that some of them seem to be open, but they're actually not at all. But that's okay. There's more than you can see here in a day. It's a very long day to walk around here and see everything. All right, yeah, start conserving some battery. I did bring my portable battery, but my phone is very hot, so I'm gonna take a little break and plug in here soon. Alrighty, we're up here at a little kind of rest stop area, but let me give y'all a look of just how big Pompeii really is. I'll show you what the overhead map looks like too, but look at this. All those ruins, all that out there, all of that is just the ruins. Crazy. Hi, old boy. I guess he just lives here, she said. Mother-in-law said he was here the other day too. Or maybe one of the workers' dogs. Look at those columns. We're gonna walk back down and out now. not leaving just yet, but you go get some water. We drink all our water, so we're gonna go hit up the aquifer again and refill our bottles so that I can have some more of that magic water and live forever. Look at this, isn't that so cool? We got multiple kinds of marble. I don't see anything I would call agate in this one, except maybe this. I don't know what this one is. Yeah, I'm not pretending to know anything. I don't know what any of them are. It's very coarse, actually. It's crazy. This was just, they take all this scrap for making the nice big decorative pieces and use the scrap for everything else like this. Go over some more of the big old road stones.
Oh, so here he is again. This is bench guy.
This is the guy on their bench in the theater.
So he was eventually remembered after he died with a shrine in town.
Wow.
So he did become immortal, so to speak, which was why he spent money on refurbishing the theater. So here I was going to show you the more columns in there, but I'm glad I came over here because there's the politician, the municipal council. What's in here?
Stables? Torme sta bene, sta bene. Torme sta bene. Check these columns out. Oh, wow. This is the most well-preserved ceiling we have seen. I've not seen anything that well-preserved so far as the ceilings. Let's take a look in there. Let's take a little peek in here. Wow. Listen to that echo. It's a dome they partially restored. Appears to be some sort of bathhouse. Keep on keeping on through here. Wow. That is amazing. So amazing. So you can see, basically these were all stacked up, so there was a second floor level. Interesting how they built that raised floor just with all these chunks of stone. So this part here is the brothel, and for a couple reasons I muted it. Obviously for things being said by other people, but it was also just a little extra loud in here. So just note how tiny these little rooms are right here. I found that kind of interesting. Very, very tiny rooms, all of them. But yeah, anyway, this is the brothel, and then we'll move on to the next part shortly here. Also, just a side note, I only noticed the no camera picture on a few items, which I thought was very interesting, and only noticed on these ones during editing, but I noticed some on other ones when we first got there, and someone said those are just no flash photography. It's not that you can't record. So, at least to my understanding, I could record everywhere in Pompeii. It'd be kind of really weird if they said you couldn't, but if so, they weren't strict enough to ever tell us that you couldn't record at all. So amazing how much of this they were able to excavate.
So what does this mean?
There's just so much you can't actually go down that's blocked off, but so much of the ruins every which way. This place is huge. Honestly, it's so much bigger than I ever expected it to be. But I tell you what, I'm sure enjoying it. This is awesome, y'all. Like, whoop. Cobblestone's very uneven. I keep slipping and falling. Twisted my ankle twice, but we're okay. Check this one out, though. Looks like we have a little bakery here. Could bake a pizza in there.
Ci stava la sibilla. Sì, sì.
Perché c'era sopra la terra e sotto c'era uno spazio vuoto.
Da sopra a sotto, praticamente da arrivare in destra con le foglie.
Back out to the main street. Up on Main Street. Many of the ruins are the same. A lot of the houses are pretty identical. I think they invented the cookie cutter style home of everything being the same in Pompeii, yeah? Here's some original sidewalk. Again, made with scraps of stones that they used from other things. Oh. Look at that one. If it was legal, I would grab a piece here and make a cab out of it for myself. That would be awesome, but we're not gonna mess with that. I bought some at the gift shop that I will show y'all at the end of this video. One of the mini water fountains. All right, I'm gonna catch up with my group here. And my phone just told me it's trying to overheat again. Not trying to, but it is overheating again. Been recording a lot today. I hope it's enough to please y'all. I hope the perspective I've given you all today has allowed you to see what I've seen, which is that Pompeii is much bigger than I ever thought. It is huge. So much larger than I had actually imagined. There's some more of the original marble all over. That tour guide is saying is all of this was marble. This whole area, the whole thing was marble. And you can see just small remaining pieces here and there. Little bits of marble here, little bits of marble there. This whole entire area is marble. That's crazy. There's just so much to see. And even in a 4-hour day, we're not going to get to see it all. Another big statue over there. Amazing though. So much history here. Look at this. Some sun rays coming down through the clouds. We got a little bit of shade finally. All the wind and cloud cover. Some of the well-preserved stonework in one of the arches here. That's pretty cool.
This has got to be a recreation.
Why is it protected if it's a recreation?
Maybe not. I don't know. How could it? How could it have that?
Kid chasing the pigeons. That's where you come get a pizza in Pompeii.
So that's the snack shop I was telling you about in Courtyard.
This big archway is beautiful. Yeah, sorry, for a couple reasons I didn't want to live stream because I don't know what's going to be, one, set in the background, two, a lot of people don't want to be on camera, including family, so didn't live stream, and then also service has been pretty spotty. There's only been a few times I've had good service here.
On top of this marble tap, there was an open ceiling that let the rainwater get inside. And under the tap there was a cistern. So the water was collected in a cistern underground. And through that part was possible to get water. When the owner of a rich house sold or rent the shop, these walls were closed because of problems with the same
Beware the dog. So it does quickly all start to look the same, and you'll think, oh hey, you already showed me this, but well, that's just kind of how it is in Pompeii. Over and over you see a lot of the same structure. So there's this house. Oh hey look, there's this house, which is also nearly identical. The cookie cutter homes invented by the residents of Pompeii. So much of it is very similar. I guess before we get out of here, I'll show you guys too. You can see the tracks from the carts. Thousands of carts rolling over these cobblestones would carve it out over time. That's pretty cool. Imagine that whole wall covered in that. Oh, amazing. We are currently heading for the exit. It's been a long walk and a long day. Oh, here's the Basilica. Hold on. I have to look over here real quick. There's the Basilica. Oh, this is what we looked at a minute ago. Just kidding. We just came up here and got some pictures. So, we're back to the start. And it's been a long day. I'm glad I wore sunscreen. I did my part on the other side. I don't know if you guys can even tell, but my part used to be on this side and I switched it. Because my head had tanned very unevenly. I think we fixed it up now. We're on our way to the exit. Probably said that 2 or 3 times, but still gonna be more footage. It's not over yet. But we are heading out. Get some snacks. It's been a long day and I'm hungry. There's the exit. Oh. Antiquarium. Oh, maybe we should just poke our head in there. I don't know if it costs. Just shows how many levels there were to the city too. So many levels to this city. So ignoring that there's a helicopter, you can see some more of the old city there. I guess before the volcano had erupted, the water came nearly up to this area. That may or may not be totally accurate, but that's what we had just heard, that we're not that far from where the water used to come up to before the volcano exploded and created so much new land and raised the ground level around here. But just basically right down there, a little further, is about where the water line would have come up back in the day, apparently. just down there is what they were saying. Maybe this was the marina port and water would come all the way up to there before all new landmass was built from here down to the beach, I guess. Port of Pompeii. Huh. Alright, so that was Pompeii. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And as I said, it definitely was not very informational, but I hope you learned a little thing or two here and there, or at least got to see something that, you know, was exciting for you. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this one. It's not totally over yet. As I said, it's going to be 79 minutes long to honor the 79 AD in which Pompeii was lost to the world. But let's check out the rocks that I brought home before we head out. Okay, so we're gonna open up with this piece, and I'm just gonna come right out and tell you, this is man-made, unfortunately. I did not know at the time of purchasing it, but I did find out later. I mean, that's a real rock, but this crystal is lab-grown on the rock here, and there's little pieces falling off. Anyway. We're going to take a closer look at this here. And actually, I'm going to take just a moment and clean it off. Okay, I've got it all cleaned up now. And what I want to show y'all, what I could not see when I bought it, other than just like the obvious fake electric blue. I was just like dumbfounded at how pretty it was. But look at the fingerprints in the crystals here. Here, here, and a handful of other places. Here. Anyway, from people touching the rock, or rather the lab-grown sulfur crystal, with their bare hands, their sweat kind of etched their fingerprint into there, and I couldn't get that off with dry cleaning, although if I try a little bit, I can get it off. This is water soluble from what I read. This would totally dissolve in water. I think we got more fingerprints down here. And some of those could be from me handling it before, because I did touch it bare-handed when I first got it. And now I'm wearing gloves, as you can see. Anyway, I still think it's pretty cool. Regardless of the fact that it's a lab-grown man-made crystal, it's still pretty sweet. Anyway, I wanted to open up with showing you all this because they're selling it as this. They had it in a handful of spots around Pompeii, and they call it Covalina or Covalite in various places. And you know, I thought this was still kind of cool. It was like, oh hey, here's a little thing you buy at Pompeii. And it's some volcanic materials, volcanic minerals. There's some sulfur. I guess that's calcite. Some lava rock. But yeah, a little pumice stone in there. I got this one for Largent. You all know Lisa, she's a awesome member of the community. But went ahead and picked up myself one too. Now you can see they put stickers. Thanks, Apple. My camera just did that thing again where it just cuts out for no reason. Anyway, you can see here they put stickers on it to presumably rename it more than once and rewrap it, I guess. Camera literally just did it again. It's not really liking it after the trip to Italy. I filled it up. Anyway, they've got these other little fake rocks there, which I looked at it and I was like, that absolutely can't be real. It looks like... For one, I don't know if they ground it away here or what, but just feeling it, it doesn't even feel like real stone. It's like a plaster, a dyed plaster. But they were selling these, and I paid a few dollars for it, so I bought it for the gimmick of the thing, but I thought it was silly. It's not supposed to be like one geode with these two halves. They were selling them as different geode halves, and I grabbed a couple of these. Basically, they take some glue the inside of these presumably plaster little balls, and throw a bunch of pyrite in there. But for only a couple dollars, I still thought it was cool because I enjoyed how the pyrite looked in this one. Random piece of quartz in there. But this one had some kyanite, and that's the real reason I grabbed these. I guess it looked like kyanite. Actually, I haven't really given these a good look. Huh. Is it bismuth? Look at that. Little chunks of bismuth. Okay, so here's everything from Italy on my beach day. Everything on the left there is beach glass. Everything on the right here is some rocks and some potential corals. And then these here were some mystery, weird things that were very colorful. I don't know if that was like copper leaching out of it that turned it blue, or if it's actually just like painted like a tile ceramic glaze or something. I don't know. Those were really weird. Anyway, check out this beach glass. Before we get any further, let's use my Alone Fire SV18. This is a 365 nanometer blacklight. Do not ever look straight at your UV lights. Well, let's check this out. Look at the greens. Look at those. Ooh, there's another one. Some good colors in here. Wow. Anyway, look at those. Look at the green on those. So to keep this at 79 minutes, which was my goal, that's gonna have to be it for today. So next time we'll check out that sea glass up close and all that coral that I found. And we'll, of course, get back into more lapidary stuff real soon here. See y'all.